So I was just over speaking with the property owner of the old church block here, and he was saying that he and his friend used to go swimming in this dam back when they first came to this area. And so I was thinking I might just have a look up along this fence line and around this adjoining property where the dam is, up in through there. And I've also been out to where the old school was repositioned out near the quarry up here, and I've marked a couple of spots where the property owner is going to slash the grass down tomorrow. And he said that he got a map from one of the friends who knows all the history of this area, and they put a position on the handwritten map exactly where the school was located up there. So hopefully tomorrow cruise out there and see what we can discover in where the old school was positioned. I found out it closed in December 1960, and it was moved from another site in the I think it was in the mid 1920s, give or take a bit. But just filling in about 20 minutes here this afternoon. So I'm just going to have a look around here first, and then look forward to going out to where the old school block was situated. We'll do that tomorrow. That's the dam over there. That's the fence line to the old church block. Here is a signal here. About a 20. We'll see if anything interesting can be uncovered here. Yes, that's a coin. That's definitely an old coin. That looks like quite an old coin. Might clean that one over up in the dam and see if we can reveal what that is. But that's interesting to know that there are coins over this other side of the fence line. Well, that barbed wire fence of course wouldn't have been there, but those posts look pretty old themselves. But here's a coin about 5 meters over towards the dam from that fence line. So let's have a look to see what that is. Awesome. Now this turns out to be a really old penny. This is a Britannia, definitely a Britannia penny. You can just make out the outline of the female Britannia figure. This was before coins were minted in Australia. These are the British coins prior to 1910, but this coin here would be a Queen Victoria. It's a Queen Victoria coin. It's in pretty bad condition unfortunately, but this coin I believe would definitely be, might be able to get a date off. That's just down the very bottom there is where the date can be found. This would probably be in the early 1900s, between 1900 and 1908 usually. We've had a few 1893, 1896, 1898, but I'm pretty sure I can see a 9 there, so this would be a 1904 or something by the looks of that. Very old coin on the other side of the fence line here. So that's going to be worth having a bit more of a search in through this region. And just before I go home, I'm going to head home now, but just have a quick look up through here. This is where back the previous generations would have, I think the owner of this property said he learned how to swim in this particular dam right here, so this would have been an awesome spot for the kids back in the 50s and 60s, and to come up here and explore and go for a swim, have heaps of fun. This is quite an old region, these properties here, as we know from the over the 50 odd pre-decimal coins that we got from the ground over there. But yeah, I'll definitely come back here and have more of a search, as well as the old school block, which is situated up in that direction about a kilometre away, but heading home for now. So today I've come up to an old school site in the area, not too far away from where the old church block is situated. The same property owner has come up here and he has been kind enough to slash the grass in this area. And we did have a map, a hand-drawn map, like locating exactly the position where the site was, just in this corner block here. So this is going to be interesting to see if we can find any old pre-decimal coins or any old relics from that era. The school that was moved up here, this was actually the second location of the original school, which was originally built in 1891 at another location. Then it got moved up here, I believe, in the 1930s, give or take a bit, and it was open until December 1960 is when the school here closed down. So this was its location. I believe nobody has ever detected here before. Very grateful for the property owner that came up here with his tractor and slasher, and my dad's about to come up here and join me in any moment, so we'll make a start here and see if we can locate and uncover any old coins or relics. So I just worked the strip up alongside the edge where it's been slashed and just came back through here, and I've just I'm not sure if this is connected to the old school. This is the first thing uncovered. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Could be connected to the old school, but I'm going to continue. This area here is about where they had it marked as on that hand-drawn map. So hopefully we'll get luck upon the exact area. So this is another target that's obviously off the old school building. Very solid and heavy. So this must be, here is about where that spot was marked on that hand-drawn map. So hopefully there should be a couple of old pre-decimal coins in this area through here. It's very hard to detect here because even though the ground has been slashed, it's still hard to get the detector down low because this grass has still got the thick stalks on it. So we've got the detectors up to the highest sensitivity, but and the ground is quite mineralized with the red soil, hard red soil. So it's not the easiest place to detect, but we'll keep persevering and see what we can uncover. So finally got hold of a stable, strong signal here. This is so far the most likely target that could possibly be a coin. Seems fairly stable and consistent. Still a bit deeper in there. That should be in there. Oh, could be a coin because that's very small target, isn't it? Mm. Oh, what's going on here? Ah, it is a coin. That took a bit of finding, didn't it? Do you think? Wow. That took a bit of pinpointing, but that is our first coin. Wonder what that is. Can you make it? I had trouble pinpointing that, but that's
one penny. George,
a Commonwealth of Australia penny.
Commonwealth of Australia, 1 penny.
Yeah, we have found our first coin. This looks like an old Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny. Gonna clean that up and see what it is. Yeah, there it is, King George V. King George V Commonwealth of Australia penny. That doesn't look like in bad condition. That should clean up all right. The ground here is a lot drier, of course, than the old church block. That's definitely strange because this feels really light for some reason. That's both Dad and I. That's very light, but that doesn't seem too worn. That's an old King George V Commonwealth of Australia penny. I'm just going to clean up the bottom area there because that's exactly where the date is, just to reveal the date. But this is it's a good sign that could be a couple of old pre-decimals here. And there we have it. Dad has revealed the date, 1935. This old penny should clean up quite well. It doesn't seem to have much corrosion on it, but that's been in the earth for a very long time. This is our first pre-decimal coin in this old school block, 1935 Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny. So I just got a distinct signal here and dug it. It was only registered 18, a solid 18. Was jumping around a bit. And I pull this out of the ground and this, I'm pretty sure that's not a coin. Hasn't got any markings on it. Doesn't seem to be any markings on it at all. But yeah, strange. Seems like it's made of lead or something. It is the size of a gold sovereign, but I'll go and show my dad, see if he can identify what that is. But no, I don't think that's a coin. So, okay, what looks to be a coin, I don't think it is. We've had a close look at that, and it's slightly malleable, bendable, could be made of lead. So, yeah, I thought that could be a gold sovereign for a second there, but not this time. We'll keep searching. So I just uncovered this interesting piece here. So just before heading home for lunch, I'm just working up against the edge of the last slashing length, and there is a fairly strong signal here. So we'll dig that one up and see what we can uncover there. So I'm not too sure what that is. It could be just very heavy. So it could be just a latch off the door, a bracket off a door. Okay, finally come back after lunch, and this is the first promising signal. Not guaranteed to be a coin, but that is a number for a silver threepence potentially. I'll just get that out. Okay, fingers crossed. We have dug some big nails from the old school and a couple of other things, but this is the first one that could possibly be a coin. So it looks like Dad has dug it out, and if it's a threepence, they're very hard to pinpoint. They're very small target, of course. Oh, what is that? That is not a serpent.
Yes,
That is.
nailhead.
Okay, so this turns out to be a lead piece off an old nail that has just broken away. So there you go. Still haven't found another 3 decimal coin, but we'll keep on progressing through here and see if we can uncover one. Okay, there was that lead surround from the nail there, and now we've come over about 1.5 meters, progressed further. So we'll see what this one is. This is actually slightly higher discrimination than lead. I never know for sure, but okay, there's a P. P for penny. Penny that's not a penny. Imposter penny. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a broken key or not quite sure what that is. But that's what that signal was. I continue my way up in that direction. Well, here we have it. Dad has uncovered a definite coin here, and it was coming up on his Xterra 705, Minelab Xterra 705. It was coming up with a higher discrimination number, so we don't know whether it's a penny or whether it could potentially, it's about the size of a, looks like a copper coin, but isn't it? Yeah. So it could be a rue penny, or it could be another one of the Commonwealth of Australia pennies. So it looks pretty, that's not in quite as good condition as the other one, is it?
That's copped a bit of hiding.
It's definitely a copper penny, isn't it? With the green patina like that. So it's good to get this second pre-decimal coin here. What is that? Is that a... starting to reveal some of the
Lettering.
lettering on it. That's the back of it with the head, isn't it? Is that King George the Sixth, is it? Starting to reveal some of the lettering on it. This is awesome. That you did. Yeah, King George VI. Okay, so King George VI. If you flip it over and just reveal on the other side.
Yeah, well, this side here,
It's pretty.
much reveal.
Okay, that's where the date is. That's probably a rue penny, is it? Yeah, it's strange because this is a newer, a more recent penny than the other one that we found over there, and yet
yeah, the metal
this particular
might be different, eh?
that's a yeah, the other one was a Commonwealth of Australia penny, and this is a kangaroo penny.
You never know, a bit of that crust coming off, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it says 1940. See, 19. When did the changeover go from King George V to King George VI? Yeah, so yeah, so this, the other penny that we found was a King George V 1935 Commonwealth of Australia penny. This one here is King George VI. I believe it's a rue penny. You can just make out what looks to be 1940. I think that's a 1940 kangaroo penny, King George VI. Well done, Dad. You got our second pre-decimal here. So I got a very strong signal here, and I've started to dig. Now that's one of the biggest finds so far. Look at that! Oh my goodness! Wonder how long that's been sitting there. Just look at the size of this thing here. It's huge. Okay, I don't think I'm going to fit that in the finds bag. I wonder if Dad can still use it in his tool collection. That's a pretty awesome find out here. Okay, I think we'll only be another 15 minutes or so here before we head off. Okay, this is an interesting signal here I've come across. Oh, that could be something to do with it. Okay, that could be definitely something to do with the signal. Wow, some kind of a chain link. Got some serial numbers on there. Okay, that's what that one was. I might just spend another 5 minutes here before I head back. Might do a little bit of a review. Okay, I just found another section. That's another section of this chain, I believe. That's the one I found earlier. Okay, might call that a day. It's been a good relaxing Sunday exploring this old school block here. We did find two coins, two pre-decimal coins. The 1935 Commonwealth of Australia penny about there, and then Dad actually uncovered a 1940 rue penny over in that area as well. So I'll probably just come back here one more time, just have a couple of hours searching through the area here. But that's getting close to really canvassing this whole area that Dad and I went through fairly thoroughly. It's not easy, this was so thick, this grass, before our friend slashed it for us. But even though it's slashed, it's still very hard to get the detector close enough to the ground to have a very thorough look. So we're probably pretty lucky to get those 2 pre-decimal coins and a few other interesting finds. And I've still got to go around that old dam near the old church block as well. And there's one other property over the other side of the old hall that there was an old house situated there as well that I've got permission to search. So until next time, keep exploring and have fun on the adventure. Bye for now. Here's just a bit of an overview of the items that we uncovered on the weekend treasure hunt adventure. The first one was the Britannia coin. This turns out to be a 1907 1 penny, which would be a King Edward VII, would be the monarch on that one. That was found on the other side of the fence at the church block, in between the fence and the dam. Then we moved to the school site, the old school site up past the quarry area that my friend was kind enough to slash the grass. It was quite thick, so it was a bit hard to detect, but we found this awesome 1935 Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny. This is a King George V. It's in quite good condition actually. That was a really good find at the school block. And this penny here, this was awesome to see my dad actually uncover this particular penny. He's been quite gracious when we've been detecting together, because he just rather me enjoy the feeling of uncovering it, but I also like to see him detect and locate a coin with his detector. And he actually brought this out of the earth. It's a King George VI kangaroo penny, 1940. Another nice old coin that we found together. Dad also found this. This is, I just noticed this when I cleaned it up. It's got the hallmarks. It's just the end of an old spoon or something like that. But it's got some writing on it there. That's pretty old as well. That is. And I think I worked out what this object is. I think this was off the front door of the school, where the doorknob would have went into there. This would have been bolted on, the door bolt, and the knob would have come out there, and that's possibly, not 100% sure, but that possibly is what that is. These are definitely off the old school, these old style nails and bolts through here. That's a hinge, I think, off a door. This is quite an interesting thing here. That's really heavy, strange shape. It looks like an old spanner broken, a couple bits and pieces there. That's an old wheel stud. I think the neighbours' teenage sons make that area a bit of a rally track sometimes when it's been slashed. This was interesting. I thought this was possibly a coin when it come out. This is made of lead, We're looking, and Dad mentioned it could be just a marker plate. They used to use lead things to put on, and they'd stamp serial numbers or lettering on there, but that's probably what that is. But yeah, if you used your imagination enough, you can imagine that was one of the old hammered coins. They used to, years and years ago, before any of these coin minting things, they used to hammer the coins. But that's not what that is. But I have seen them on the internet. Some of the real old coins are hammered coins. This was pretty interesting. This little thing here, I found that up against the edge of the last little section of the slashing. It's another bit of lead there, a couple of washers, bolts. Got this massive spanner here. I might give that to the property owner who did the slashing, because that might have bounced off his granddad's tractor back in the day. I don't know, but then there was just these couple of newer brackets. They were just obviously lost a bit more recent. That looks like a little implement off a scarifier or a plough set that they pull along behind the tractor. That digs in and drags through the soil. But yeah, that was didn't find too many coins, but it was still a real interesting treasure hunt adventure. Good to get outdoors on a Sunday, and we've got a few more options of things in the future to search and discover, to keep the hobby going. We're enjoying it. It's not always about how many things that you find or how many coins that you find. It's just the enjoyment of the mystery of the unknown, and then bringing it up to the light of day, and sharing that time with my dad too makes it even more special. So until next time, bye for now.